What's going on, Bears fans? We got a jam-packed show for you guys tonight and another great Thursday edition of the show. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about the Bears coaching staff and the potentials of the pros and cons of the hirings of mostly starting with Thomas Brown tonight. We got a whole jam-packed show for you guys. So stay tuned and buckle up. Let's get to it.
Third down and goal. Fields flings. That car rolls. Main Street. He scores!
Yes, sir. Welcome to another Thursday night edition of Chicago Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Leroy Pinky the Phenom Pinkston III. My boy Q in the building, a.k.a. The Sims, and Eric Rogers, a.k.a. the Gunslinger, and my boy Griff in the building, subbing in for my boy BJ. What it do, Griff? What's going on?
What's going on? How you feeling?
I'm doing great, brother. I'm doing great. It's nice to have you on board with us Thursday night. You ready to turn up, my friend? You ready to turn up?
Absolutely. As
yes,
always.
Sir.
Let's go.
And my boy Griff here, you know what I'm saying? He the main host on our Monday night Chicago Bulls, central focus for the shows today. So he's gonna bring some of that flavor tonight too. We definitely gonna dip into some Chicago Bulls talk tonight. We have to. We have to talk about the Bulls and the disappointment that is the trade deadline with them. But we're gonna get into that. But first, let's talk about the Bears and the great signings that they've made so far across the board with this coaching staff. So we got to get into that today. What's up, Casey, man? What's going on? Thank you guys for joining us in the chat. And while I'm sitting here scrolling down, how's it going, Cheryl? Yes, bear down. We got people. We got my fellas from Toronto, Canada, in the building for us. Yes, sir. Hey, what's going on?
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you all for tuning in. Please hit that like, subscribe button. Please share the good vibes and love. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate that. Let's get them like buttons up for us today. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. And we got ourselves. Yes, sir. We is a big pimping today. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, we are. Thank you, guys. Yes. So, the Bears decided to snatch up literally probably one of the hotter commodities as far as an OC, and we got him to take a somewhat of like a downgrade almost. It's almost like it's a succession plan in place with this hire. Thomas Brown has been touted, he's interviewed for a couple of head coaching spots. He's also interviewed for some other OC positions as well. However, he decided to turn those jobs down to take the passing coordinator position here in Chicago. Now, obviously, there's people speculating that maybe it's because we're going after Caleb Williams or, things like that. So that's neither here nor there. The fact is, the Bears finally did something right. Like, we finally did what other teams have been doing, what we've been begging them to do for years. Get it right with the coaching staff. Let's have a developmental, something that could be built on sustainability. And finally, with the hires that we've made in this coaching staff with Beatty, Chad Morton is the running backs coach, and of course with Thomas Brown, and then we got Kerry Joseph. There's viable replacements, a hierarchy set in place now. If things, if Shane Walden were to get this thing rolling, to get off the bus running per se, he breaks Bears records and this offense is humming, he gets a head coaching job. We don't have to worry about finding a new offensive coordinator. We have a succession plan in place with the guys who are familiar with the system, and they can kind of add new wrinkles and things of that nature. So I'm excited for this. So I want to get y'all thoughts on this and see how you guys feel about this. We're going to start with you, Eric, because we know you got some big plans and stuff like that. You got to get out of here soon and whatnot. So
Yes. So first of all, I think it's a great hiring. I do like his pass game coordination that he does. I do see him bringing a very heavy run style, or not heavy, sorry, a very heavy RPO scheme, helping us out with RPO scheme. Because I've seen the things that he wants to run. It's very RPO style like, which is great for either Caleb Williams or Justin Fields. It doesn't matter which quarterback.
yes.
I think he's going to have a big say in the pieces in the pass game coordination. So I think that does put I think it puts pressure on Wald. I know he's the OC, but as your pass game, if you have a pass game coordinator, you want to put pieces around him so he can help you make that game plan. And I think that's going to put a lot of pressure on him to kind of maybe have to tweak his schemes or whatever, because this is not a guy that Walton's going to sit here and be like, look, I'm the OC. I've been doing this longer than you have, blah, blah, blah. This is a man that's interviewed for head coaching jobs. And only reason why he didn't get some of them is just because some bigger names came out. That's basically what it came down to. It wasn't he's not talented, is that he's just not a bigger name. He's never done it before. Versus some of these guys that have gotten it are big name guys, or there's big name guys in the bucket, and that's the only reason why he didn't get it. So I do like this. I don't think there's too much we could have gone and asked, and even more in the way of this pick, because I don't think there was too many guys that we could have put in this position that have the same talent level that he does at this position. So I think that's why I think it's so great, because I don't think we can go find somebody that's not either a head coach interviewing a head coach or is an OC in general that could do what he's doing right now for us.
Yeah, and let's also keep in mind that he's worked with Shane Walden.
Mm-hmm.
So they've worked together. So they have chemistry. That's the kind of the good thing about most of this, is that there's been some chemistry involved, very strategic, with their hiring. They didn't just go after the bigger names per se. They went after the guys who were keen on development, who were masters of their craft at those positions.
Yes.
So Griff, what are your thoughts on this situation with the signings for the coaching staff?
Man, I love it, man. I think they hit it right on the head with this one. There's not really much I can ask for. I mean, Waldron, I like his game plan. I went back to some Seattle games and tried to figure out what he was trying to establish, what he wanted to do on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, mixing in the power run with the play action is something that I always love. I always will love that. He do a lot of that. And experience, man. Experience counts, man. He's somebody that's been there before. He's been in the trenches. And he's been in those big time situations where he had to make decisions and, help Gino out a lot. And like Eric was talking to the other guy, I mean, he got some experience too. Like he could have been an offensive coordinator himself. And that's what you want in the locker room. Not only just with the players being competitive, you want a competitive locker room with the players, but you also want a competitive coaching staff as well. You want that because iron sharpens iron, and that's what you want to build. So, I mean, it's showing me that somebody in the scouting department, whatever it is, somebody know what they're doing. They having some talks down there, and they understanding what they're trying to build here. So I like it.
Yes, sir. How about you, Q? You got any?
Yeah, I like it's two of them. One, my favorite one, I'm gonna get to it, but the Thomas Brown, I like the Thomas Brown because he's well respected around the league. The players around the league loves him, and players talk, they communicate. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I think I saw an article where he was voted top 3 like coaches in the league and stuff like that. So, players coaching, how this era of football is, it's more of a gotta be player friendly. It's not like the 90s and stuff like that. So I think that's a huge thing, man. Well respected around the league. So that says a lot. This has Poles fingers all over it, man. There's no way Eberflus hired these guys. I think this is Poles taking over, digging right in. And my favorite one, I spoke on this yesterday, is the Chris Beatty, the wide receivers coach, strictly because he worked with DJ Moore in college. So he turned DJ Moore to a first round pick. So the transition is going to be smooth and easy. Working DJ Moore, and he's bought in, so that the receivers that come is going to be extra bought in because he basically developed DJ Moore into
what we got
all through college, man. So smooth transition. These nice hire. Nice
Good
hire.
point. Good
Yes,
point.
that was the underrated hire that of the bunch, and that's where we were gonna go. Like, that was speaking of smoother transitions. We're gonna go into that because of the fact that we're seeing the front office and this coaching staff actually listening to the players.
Yeah.
It to me, it's starting to feel, and then I could be wrong. Obviously, I can be completely wrong about it, but you don't go and grab a Chris Beatty, and you don't get players, you don't get coaches of that caliber like that, unless you are definitely taking your players' considerations to heart.
Yeah.
100%.
And I feel not just with the coaching staff situation, I'm thinking as far as player personnel, they're going to take a lot of what the players' input is this year. And I think that's something that's going understated, because back in, that's not talked about enough, about how the Niners, the Ravens, and the Chiefs were built. It was built off communication, collaborative communication between coaches, staff, players, and the front office. They actually listened to their players. I mean, case in point this year, Chris Jones, with the whole contract situation, the whole team spoke out against the front office. Front office wasn't going to sign him. They weren't. And when Patrick Mahomes spoke and then Travis Kelce kept speaking when he wasn't around, they changed their minds real quick. They came into them pockets real quick. Because I think after the first time, I think the only time they didn't listen to them was with Tyreek Hill, and we saw the impact.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the immediate impact of them not, signing him. And I think after that, they realized, like, okay, we need to, the players have a better pulse on what's going on more than we do. We can build a team, but if the players are vouching for these guys, there's a reason.
Yeah.
So I'm taking that into consideration big time. And my thought is that maybe DJ Moore has more power and juice than we anticipated with this team, because I have a feeling that his other recent remarks that he's been posting on Twitter and stuff, or X that they call it now. Lately, he's been posting a lot. He's been posting stuff here and there about reiterating he wants to keep Fields.
So maybe
they are going to
quarterback.
Yeah, so
That's his quarterback.
I
mean,
and I don't
I do think that the possibility of them going quarterback is there. I don't think it's first round. I don't think it's first.
I think we get a quarterback no matter what happens.
Yeah.
I just
no
don't
matter
think
what happens, and no matter what anybody says on the roster, we are going to get a quarterback.
Yeah,
I just don't believe it's the first round pick in Caleb Williams.
No, so I mean, so the past couple of days I've been seeing, everyone saw the Penix talk that might be a pick, that he's projected to be late second round. So it makes you wonder who we're drafting ahead of that. If obviously no one's talking about him being a top, even in the top, top second round, even close, not even the top 10 picks in the second round. You're talking about him later, like late, almost third round, So you're talking about who are we going to get instead of that? If that's the talks that might be happening. I do believe that the chance of us trading this pick is a lot higher now because of the hires we have. I don't see this first overall pick being Marvin Harrison or us keeping it to pick somebody else. Or I think it's definitely with these type of hires, we're trying to maximize what we can get for our new coaches at the highest cost we can make teams afford right now. There's multiple ways we could go. We could trade this pick and still end up with possibly 3 total first round picks out of it, I mean, and then still get Marvin Harrison out of it. There's talks about that probably being a possibility too, so I don't see Shane Waldron not trying to maximize this pick. I see that him and Uberfix is trying to get the best assets they can, because I think the more assets we have, the better off we are, rather than just getting one guy.
Yeah.
Point.
Yep.
With the way all this offense is looking like it's being built, I think just getting one guy isn't going to fix the 15 problems we have, and I think they know that with the coaching staff they've brought in.
And to piggyback off what you just said too, you got to look at what Poles did with the draft pick last year. He traded back and look what came out of Darnell Wright, Stevenson, DJ Moore, all those heavy contributors.
Yeah.
So just imagine if he flips that again and get more from what he got last year. Could be real team builder right there, man.
Yeah.
So,
that's key.
Yeah, go ahead, Griff. Go ahead, Griff.
Yeah, man. I mean, I agree with both of those guys. I mean, I've talked to some guys and they don't think, for whatever reason, the number one pick we have this year is that valuable, and I don't know why. But I think this pick is going to be worth a lot, and I think it's a lot of teams that's going to be chomping at the bit, trying to see if they can get in on that. I honestly do. I mean, you right there. You right there. We look at this team this year, and you see a competitive team. Whatever you feel about Justin Fields is whatever it is. But one thing I do know, they competing and they playing with this guy. I know that. If you can bring in some more pieces, what did Ryan Poles say when he first came here? He want to build through the draft. That was his exact words. So,
now,
I mean, you got the chance to do it again.
A lot of people think build through the draft means you got to do draft. You got to pick up rookies. That's not how that works, man. That's not what he exactly meant by build through the draft. So, I do Poles being Poles. I see where he's going with this, and it looks pretty good to me.
Yeah.
Now, the piggyback off what you said, Griff, about the teams valuing that first round pick. We got a Facebook user over here saying, with the new coach in Seattle and the connection to Shane Waldron, do you think Seattle's in the mix to give us a haul for the first pick?
I don't think they.
I honestly don't see them being a bidder, and that's mainly because they don't have enough to give us.
Yeah.
I mean, they would have to strip down their team, and I don't think they're in the position to strip down their team just yet. Now, they might mid-season if things fall apart. You know, Metcalf and Lockett, they're not happy with the situation. If they decide they want to move on, they don't want to be around for what's sounding like it's going to be a rebuild, most likely. Then yes, I could see them trying to make trades with teams and to get some value and get some things back. But yeah, I don't see them being the team in play for that first overall pick. Maybe for the 9th pick, but I do not see them as a for the number 1 pick.
I don't see that being a thing, because I don't think they have anything to offer that we can't get in free agency. Let's be real. I mean, unless
you can offer us DK though.
But then again, we had this conversation on one of ours. Are we talking Mike Evans or are we talking DK Metcalf? I mean,
Mike Evans. Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I mean, and then also it's like, unless they're going to unload Kenneth Walker, I mean, I don't see them doing that. I mean, that's their franchise guy right now. You ain't going to do that, and I don't know how many defensive pieces we actually want from them, if we could even get it. I just think that they don't really have a haul that we don't have the money for to get in free agency.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
I mean, and that's like the afterthought. Like, the real thought is, if we were talking about getting a haul, we might give this pick to, somebody that's willing to give us, at least 3-4 pieces at a position that we need that can actually contribute right now. And
all right, Trax, you're tripping. Gino fulfill, stop.
Go ahead and mute him.
No, stop.
No go.
I don't know who that is, but I'm gonna block you. Stop it.
Come on, man. Let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy here, man. Let's not get crazy here.
No, like Seattle,
Fields is literally on par with pretty much any of those quarterbacks that we played against this year. So, I mean, he beat most of them. The ones he didn't beat, Flacco, he got a ring. I mean, so
you know about that. I mean, snap.
And then we just haven't beaten the Packers regardless. I mean, that's just what it is. So Tampa's Tampa's littered with guys with championship pedigree. Those guys got more than half of that roster. Been to 2 Super Bowls.
Most of them guys got rings. So
that Tampa game, they was calling out the coaches and saying, "Yo, DJ Moore, they not using you right. Caught that shit on hot mic." And he agreed to it. Say, "Yeah, like that."
Yeah, he did because they wasn't.
He agreed to it.
Be real.
Yeah.
I mean, that's be real.
That was another winnable game, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I honestly feel as far as with the draft pick, with this coaching staff, they're looking to build. They're looking to build a monster. Shane Waldron's going to want. He's definitely going to be looking in free agency to get immediate experienced pieces. In my opinion, he's. In my mind, most people aren't talking about this, but I think it's a foregone conclusion that either Josh Jacobs or Saquon Barkley's walking in our door.
Yeah,
I believe those are going to be the main guys that are going to walk through. The running backs room is going to get significantly improved.
Yes,
I don't mean any disrespect to Khalil Herbert, but damn it, you ain't Josh Jacobs, and you damn sure ain't Saquon.
Those guys on Barkley trade for a minute.
Look, look. As much as I loved you as a starter, bro, you was riding the pine. The second Saquon walking in, like, bro, you just hand the keys over, like, just get that, keep his seat warm, bro. Just keep his seat warm. That's all I'm gonna tell you. We get Saquon, keep his seat warm, bro.
I agree with that, especially now. I mean, if you look at Waldron and you look at our new pass game coordinator, they are both heavy throw to the running back guys. And who's the best second pass catching running back in the league behind Christian McCaffrey? Saquon Barkley. So, damn it, you might as well go get him because you get an extra receiver too. So you might as well solve 2 birds with 1 stone.
But the thing with Saquon, man, he's so stuck out here in Jersey. He's so stuck with the Giants, like he doesn't want to leave New York. But then again, he wants to get paid. But then again, he really doesn't want to leave New York, man. So it's like,
I mean, after he just
got
to
Chicago, when he comes to Chicago, he's going to hit.
That's what I'm saying, man.
It's going to hit different when he gets to Chicago. I believe that.
The Giants ain't got no money to better their offensive line, so he can stay there and die, or he can go. We're going to make him live a little bit.
So. He's one of those players that's loyal to a default, man.
That's true. He may be loyal, but if they don't. But he's also just playing the game. He may behind closed doors. He may just want to get out of there, but he's playing what he's trying to do what Roquan did. Don't want to make himself look like the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Saquon, I believe, is originally.
He from Jersey, right?
Nah, Saquon's from I don't know where he's from Pennsylvania though.
Oh, okay.
He played for Penn State.
He's a Philly boy. He's a Philly boy.
He was a dog out there though. Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, those are some guys. But now there was a question posted not too long ago about building through the trenches, through in free agency.
Oh,
yes, we will definitely be doing that as well.
I got a hot pick. Yep.
However,
center.
I am praying to God that whoever we get a haul from, and I'm hoping that's why we trade that first pick, is so that in the second round we get JPJ. I want Powers from Oregon. So
that's the man. He's the best offensive lineman on that list.
Did you see what this man? This is a man amongst boys. Like he literally was like, okay, you got me on the first rep. This man went and got a sip of coffee, ate a donut, and was like, let's go to work. Like he gave these kids the business out there, bro. Like he literally slipped on the grass on that first play. Like you could tell it was like bad footing.
Mm-hmm.
Like bad footing on that first one. He got beat a little bit off bad footing and dusted himself off. Did a little shoulder shrug and was like, I got it. Next play, destroys this kid. I forgot what school he went to, but I'm talking this man. He picked this kid up his feet. He on the ground, and it was a wrap. Under 2 seconds, it was a wrap. Like, bro, like you had no shot. Like there was no. I mean, he tried all these techniques and he going to the ground. Like, yeah, you can do all this. What you're doing? You going to the ground, bro? And he stayed there. It was like I was like, Lord have mercy. Like, and he just had that nastiness the whole.
That's what we need.
Great bully, and he wasn't shy about it. That's Chicago right there. Like that, I haven't seen somebody with that kind of attitude since Olin Cruz.
Yep.
And by far probably one of the best compliments you can give somebody because Olin Cruz is probably one of the nastiest centers that's ever played the game.
Yeah.
Like, man, the man played pissed off every snap. Like, you never knew if the dude was actually we win in the game. The man still like he's ready to whip somebody's ass. Like that's what you want out of your center, out of your lineman. And I see that in him.
Yeah.
He's just bigger, longer arms. I mean, he is just I love everything about his game. And if you put on the tape against Washington and against Michigan, he was, he was holding his own. Like he was literally the only guy on the offensive line that was doing his job for the most part.
Yeah, man, you can't go wrong with that. I mean, if you look at him, I mean, if you look at Powers,
I meant against Texas. I meant to say Texas.
Texas. I mean, if you look at Powers, man, there's a reason why he's being compared to Kelsey and Cody Whitehair and those guys, man. Because if you look at all the best centers in the game, they can pull and go down the line and get outside linebackers. Because everybody wants to play with a stand-up defensive end that's actually an outside linebacker. And if you got a center that can do that, counter, trap, buck sweep, all them things. It's power, dude. It's filthy, dude. It is.
And let's not forget. The last time we saw Poles at the Senior Bowl, and we got our guy at right tackle. Like they made it there. They made it their damn business to get the guy they wanted. I can promise you, watching Powers, they finna go get him. They're gonna do everything in their power to go get him. I can promise you, they are going to wheel and deal to get high second round somewhere. And that's their guy.
And pull Powers right off. And that brings
an instant starter, Pro Bowl first year type guy right off the bat, in my opinion. Like, I don't like throwing out like hyperbole all the time about certain players, but between Powers and Marvin Harrison Jr., literally those are the only guys in this draft right off the bat that you can look at and say, the moment they step on the field, they're going to the Pro Bowl. They're going to be all rookie, and they're going to be all pro as well. They're going to take accolades.
Yeah.
They're going to be the best. The moment they walk on the field in the pros, they're going to be men right away. Ain't nobody going to be punking them. Ain't nobody going to be, taking their lunch money. They're going to be out there whooping everybody's ass right off the bat, plain and simple. So. And shout out to everybody again in the chats, y'all. Thank you guys. You guys are just
good questions today.
Plenty of questions. Yeah. He is from the Bronx now. Yes, but I believe he was he's definitely a Philly boy.
Originally from the Bronx. Okay.
Yeah, originally. Yeah. Bo Nix looking at.
They said Bo Nix is struggling at the Senior Bowl. He's struggling.
Good. That means he can slip and we can pick him up in the third.
Yeah, that's he only played. He only played in the Senior Bowl because Powers is playing. He said he's not going out there to try and show his talent off. He'll wait for the combine, but he's want to go out right. Like he wants to go out right, do the Senior Bowl because everybody was running away from especially when it was the bowl game, you saw all the seniors were dipping out of the bowl games. And he came on there and said, I don't want to be that guy and dip out of things you should be doing as a senior. And he might as well go because his center's going. I mean, he's starting center, might as well starting quarterback. I'm okay with that. If he slips, that's fine. Okay. I mean,
I'm on record with you, Eric, that I prefer to have Bo Nix on this roster, honestly. Yeah. Like if we draft a quarterback, I want Bo Nix. I like his character. I like his arm talent. His leadership intangibles, he just something about him just screams NFL quarterback to me, and he's been a baller since his days in Auburn, and I like his game. I just simply like his game. He's smart, he's cerebral, he ain't backing down, and he didn't go out. Like a punk. When they lost to Washington, he went out swinging. He made them literally fight for every second of that game. Like he had Washington thinking like he was still going to score until they didn't.
Yeah.
So
and he really a lot of Josh Allen.
Like that, my dream scenario for the Bears: trade the pick to either two or three, get a decent haul. Doesn't have to be a massive haul. Draft Marvin Harrison. And then at 9, trade down again to maybe like 11, 12, or 13. Get another decent haul with that, and then build up with a bunch of second and third round picks. Get Powers, go Knicks. We pick up another receiver. Neighbor slips to us by magic, or we get this kid. We get this kid Wilson from Michigan as well too.
We can get kids from Michigan. You can get Xavier Worthy. I mean, you can get there's tons of big name wide receivers in here. So I mean. To me, do I think we go in the trenches? For free agency, yes, I see us going trenches for free agency. I mean, you got to understand. What's his name? I know. Everyone's talking about he's garbage because the 49ers are going to sit him because he takes plays off. That man's still bad.
Who?
Young from
Chase Young.
Yeah. That man's still a bad man. All these talk, he takes too many plays off. Blah blah blah.
I don't care. I just need you to come with him third and long. On third and
long, go get sacks all you want. I don't care. That man's gonna be a free agent. He's not going back to San Francisco. I can already guarantee that. You might as well get him, and he can be with Sweat, and they was just in Washington together. So I'm completely okay with that. I'm talking about on the defensive side of the ball. Why not?
Right there, and that's exactly what I was talking about. Right, that's why, and I think it's less controversy if we bring in a guy second or third round. It makes it easier in that situation to keep Fields in that situation. We kind of get the best of both worlds.
And I don't think
he beats Fields out. He beats Fields out. I
think he'll pump Justin Fields up. I think that's the thing. I don't think he'll sit there and pout about it and do some Mac Jones BS. I think he'll actually pump Justin Fields up and be like, "Yo, let's get it done," type of thing. That's what I like about Bo.
Yeah, and that Chase Young, Bosa is definitely. You got to remember that both Ohio State guys, they played together.
Yep.
So he's definitely going, he going to help his boy out. Or best believe he going to help his boy get that bag. And and there's already talks that Sweat's been in his boy Chase. He's been in Young's ear about bringing the band back together. So
how much we talking about spending on him?
There you go. He's
not going to command a very high number because of the injury history.
Yep.
He already knows that's counted against him. So he's not going to get a 4-year, $100 million deal like what Sweat got. Now, if he goes into the Super Bowl and he gets like 5 sacks,
change everything.
Yeah, he gonna get paid. You got to give him at least $80 million. He's gonna be commanding $80 million, 3 years, $80-some million minimum. So, but yeah, he's probably getting maybe a 3-year deal max, maybe at the high end $60 million.
He could be mostly incentive though. He won't be guaranteed money.
You know what?
I'm just saying, it feels like a 3-year $60 million total. He's gonna get like a 3-year $60 million deal. I don't see him getting a high guarantee.
I'd rather draft one then, if that's the case. I'd rather draft a young one then, if that's the case. It's a couple. Good,
but you gotta understand. With the defense we have right now, I don't think a rookie defensive end is going to help us. Our defense is so already locked in. You got. I
don't know about that. That kid from UCLA.
Jared, that's what I'm talking about.
You talking about one of the twins? You talking about one of the twins?
He gonna make an impact.
Whatever his name is. I can't pronounce his name really, but
he ain't gonna take no plays off. That's
that's the thing. When they say he's taking plays off, you gotta look at the plays he's taking off, man. All the plays he's taking off, he's on the backside of the ball, and the ball being run down. He's
I'm with you on that one because there is.
Hold on, you know why I need you to chase that down?
Because it might come back to you.
But it might come back. No, I agree with you. But you gotta understand, he's in a position where he has to switch sides, which he's never done. He's being told you got to switch sides with Bosa this way, switch sides. So he's always been the play side defensive end. He's no longer the play side defensive end. But that's Bosa's job, and you never get that back.
But the thing is, when plays weren't going to Sweat, we saw this man running full speed.
I love it. And I love it. No, I agree with that 100%.
If he wants to be on his team, he needs to adopt that. And that's
what I was just about to say, because
need you to not take that play off, because you never know if you're going to make the play that stops a touchdown.
It might cause a fumble.
Yep.
Oh no, you're 100% right. But here's
He
the
can't
thing.
take plays
Here's
off.
the thing. Sweat is a backside defensive end for a reason, because he's a pass rusher and that's what he does best. Okay, Young, you both can't be backside defensive, so he's going to play front side defensive end if he comes to us. So he's going to have to make plays. That's just
I
how
don't
it
know.
is.
So,
You know?
Sweat a
the whole
pretty good
thing
run
is,
stopper.
it's going to him taking plays off. You got to see who the coach is floats with that hit system. He take plays off. He's not going. That's why I don't
You're in the
know.
rotation very often.
No, you're not gonna be the rotation very often. But I mean, I'm not saying that this man is right by any stretch of the means. Not saying that. Not saying that. All I'm saying is that you have to understand that he's when you're a front side defensive end and you're a front side run stopping defensive end, that is no longer your job. Okay. You're either pass rusher or you need to chase the ball, and these are both new things to him. He's learning that, and he's got to work his way through it. And I think with the right coach, you can do that, because he's looking at things he's never had to look at before, chasing down an option from the backside, things like that. He's never had to do things like that. He's always been the front side guy, taking on 2 blocks all the time. Not him anymore.
The Bears literally have a head coach. If you take plays off, you is not playing.
Yeah, because honestly, I
100%.
don't think chasing down a play is a coach thing. That's desire in the player.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's completely hard. But here's the thing though. Like I'm saying, you start to second guess yourself when you don't know how to. I mean, being able to do it and then getting the ball pulled and the quarterback's running the other way for a freaking touchdown. That's the last thing you want, because then you definitely not playing. If you don't know how to do that with success, you're screwing your team more than you're helping it. So he's kind of out there looking like he's in la la land, because he don't know if people are going to pull the ball or not. It's not what he normally does. I still think it's BS. I still think it's BS that he doesn't get down the line on a counter. Yeah, that's BS. There's no excuse. No, none.
Yes, sir. You tell them, Tracks. Yes, please like and subscribe, everybody. So to help get these like buttons up, everybody. We enjoy everybody in the chat. Yes, we see everybody in here. We appreciate the love. We appreciate all the support, the comments, all the like buttons. It definitely helps to keep the show going, keeps increasing the good vibes for the show, allows us to keep giving you this beautiful content day in and day out. So please hit the like, subscribe button, and please share. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And yes, hits.
Yep.
Yes, sir. But yeah, like for me with this coaching staff, it's kind of like it's a weird feeling for me, because I've seen us do this a lot with our defensive coaching staff, but I've never seen us put this kind of attention for our offensive coaching staff. So it's a new feeling for me, and it's refreshing.
It is.
Like, I'm excited for the first time in a very long time. I have true optimism about our offense, and it doesn't matter who the hell the quarterback is. Like, I'm genuinely excited for whoever. The offense is actually going to be good for once. Like, and it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. It legit won't matter. Like, I love Fields to death, but damn it, if Caleb Williams or Bo Nix or Jaden Daniels come up in here, we got a 4,000-yard passer because of who our coordinators are.
100%.
We're gonna have a 1,200-yard rusher because of who our coordinators are. Shane Walden can leave. We have another offensive coordinator in place.
And I kind of think that's where that hire came into the sense. I mean, we saw it so many times this year. All OC got fired. How many OCs got fired midway through the season? I think it was 4. 3 or 4 of them got fired, and all the new ones that came in.
Cheryl. Yeah, we know it's kind of a long day. No sports.
Yeah,
gotta deal with us today.
Nope.
All right, Griff gonna come back. He'll be back.
But I mean, I'm saying, like, I think we saw it all. I think Joe Brady was. I think Joe Brady was only real rookie to his position though. When the OC got fired, look what Joe Brady did though. That was amazing what the Bills did when he took over. It was the first time ever calling plays. But I think there's a lot to say about all the other OCs that got let go and the other people that stepped in. So all the other guys that stepped in had already been an OC before, in either college or the NFL, or have had OC interviews before. You're not just hiring some guy that's only been a pass coordinator his whole life.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So before you go out and get on out of here, Eric, Tell us one player that you feel is going to make a huge difference for us in
In the
either
draft,
draft or free agency.
offense or defense side of the ball. Which one you want first?
Let's go offense and then go defense.
Okay, offensive side of the ball. If I'm talking through the draft, it's Marvin Harrison Jr. There's no other way. It's either him or Brock Bowers. I'm going to keep those two tied just because I think the system we're going to run is going to make Brock Bowers look real good. Because I think we're going to get a lot of two tight end sets, which is going to make him – we're gonna look like the goddamn Lions, or we're going to look like the goddamn Bills with all these tight ends catching footballs everywhere. You can't say no to that.
Nope.
You know, like,
I'm not gonna say no to that at all.
Tight ends catching the football. If I had to take free agency, I mean, obviously Shaquan Barkley. There's no other. I think he's the best option for us just because of his actual youth in general. I know he's been hurt, but I think a lot of the other him and Josh Jacobs are the youngest, most experienced guys of that free agency draft at the running back position. Obviously, Mike Evans is the other one. He's the most experienced 10-year guy, 1,000-yard season every season. You can't say no to that. Whatever he asks for, you better just throw the whole damn bag at him. I don't care who it is. Just hit him with it. Defensively, that's hard. I do like the safety from USC, man. He's a very for a rookie, for the free safety from USC he's number got his name. He's a top safety in the draft. I do think that he comes in. He's a very good run stopper. He's from the safety position. I know we already have a guy that does that pretty well, but he also is he's also good, very, very, very good man-to-man cover, which I think we're going to see a lot of man-to-man this year. So we got to have a free safety that's ready to lock up right here, right now. Defensively, man, I think our secondary set for the most part. I don't think we go free agency. I don't think we go up there and get that. Linebacker wise, I mean, it's hard not to say that that dude from the Bucks right now that's going to be on free agency, the middle linebacker for the Bucks. He is few and far between, man. He's pretty good, and they're talking about Winslow Jr., I believe his name. The other free safety, Winfield Jr. Sorry, the other safety. That man, he's a badass man, dude. I think he could help us as the other safety. But then again, you're basically playing two strong safeties and not having a true free safety. But I think that Winfield Jr. is a great pickup. Colin Bullocks. There we go. That's the young man from USC, man. He can move, man. He got some speed to him. But yeah, I do like those. Those are my picks that can come in and make an impact right now. If not offensively, if not Shaquan, Josh Jacobs is the other. Is my third pick. Mike Evans was obviously my second. Shaquan's my first. Through the draft, it's obviously Marvin Harrison Jr. That's my first pick, and that's my only goddamn pick other than Brock Bowers. So we're talking right now. So,
all right, Q, real quick, go ahead and rattle off your picks real quick. You gotta get on out here, Eric. No, you gotta get.
Yeah, I got about 4 minutes. I can listen to this.
All right, go ahead.
I only have really two out in mind right now. Marvin Harrison Jr. and the kid from Florida State. His name is I'm losing
Keenan
it right
Cole.
now.
Keenan Cole, yeah.
Yeah, those. I think he can do right off the bat, man. Right off the bat.
All right.
But Marvin Harrison Jr. is. I can only imagine him and DJ opposite sides. Oh my God. Make it happen, Bulls.
Yeah, make it happen. How you feel, Griff? Who are you thinking?
Man, I'm gonna go a different direction since my two brothers over here said Marvin Harrison. We in agreement on that, by the way. Love Marvin Harrison Jr. Would love that. You know what? I like the other two receivers too, man. I like Neighbors and I like Romeo Odunze. I like those two guys too. I wouldn't be mad at either of those guys, man, to be honest, man. I think it's a diamond in the rough at safety that I've really been looking at. And that's Tyler Dubin out of Minnesota, man.
Yes.
If y'all have it, man. This kid is a playmaker, man, in the secondary, man. And pair him up with Jaquan Brisker, man. You got a whip back there, man, for sure. But Winfield Jr. is a really good safety as well. I'll take a look at him too.
Yeah, I love Winfield Jr.
Yeah.
All right, man. So you touched on one of the guys I like real quick, but I'm gonna let you get on out of here, Eric. You know what I'm saying? So,
All right. Guys,
hey,
thank
man,
you
you
very
safe
much for the
travels, my
time. Sorry, I
friend.
got to dip out early. You got to take care of some family stuff. You guys have a good rest of your night. Thank you
Yeah.
for all the likes, and please subscribe. Please share. I'll be back with y'all on Monday for some Chicago Bulls talk. And ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen,
tune in.
Yes, sir. Catch you
these
Monday,
gentlemen might
bro.
get a little bit of it tonight. I'm gonna still be watching. But again, thank you everybody for your time.
Yes. Be
All
safe,
right,
bro.
Take care.
Eric, bro.
Man.
Safe travels. Safe travels.
Safe travels. All right, y'all. So real quick for me, though, guys, I think we'll have an impact whether through free agency or through the draft. We've all touched on it, Marvin Harrison Jr. as far as that, but JPJ, Powers from Oregon. Those are the two guys I want more than anything. I want to see those guys in the Bears uniforms because it just feels right. It just does. And you touched on the other guy that I was going to say on defense as far as a draft pick, that kid out of Minnesota. So I've been watching dude's game for a minute though. I
Yeah,
love the way dude play, man. He
man,
got that he's got that Darwin James game to him,
yeah, hometown kid.
Yeah, dude. Speed, everything. He's got the size. He's got hands. I like it. I like dude a lot. Sneaky, underrated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The
for
scheme
sure.
isn't exactly his fit, but I could see him fitting real well, alongside Brisker. Like perfect. You know what I'm
And you
saying?
know what it reminds me of, Leroy? Like, not comparing him to Cal Hamilton at all, right?
Yeah.
But it kind of reminds me of that pick. Like when Cal Hamilton got drafted by the Ravens, they really didn't know where to put him. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
they found his spot.
Beats.
And
Yeah.
that's what
They
good
did have him
staff
lined
do,
up a lot
man.
everywhere else. They had him lined up everywhere before. Yes.
Everywhere. Before they found that spot, and now he's
Did you
all
see
pro.
him Sunday, man?
Absolutely.
Oh my God, yo.
All pro, man.
It's all over the place, yo.
Yeah.
He a dog, man. That's why I
But
want
question,
playmakers in the secondary.
the question for y'all: do you think? Because Eddie Jackson is huge in the locker room. It's not just about sometimes what you do on the field. For Eddie, for this year, is more of a mentor. Do you think he takes a pay cut to stay in Chicago?
I absolutely do. I think he restructures his contract immediately. As soon as they ask him. But I think it all predicates if they sign Jalen. I don't think he does if they're not going to get Jalen.
Oh.
If they sign Jalen, I could promise you Jackson will restructure that contract ASAP. That is going to be, I can promise you, because he don't want to leave. I don't think he wants to leave because he's had plenty of opportunity, just like last year. He was one of the guys that they asked, "Do you want to be here for this rebuild? We can trade you if you don't want to be a part of this." And unlike Khalil Mack and the other guys, he said, "No, I'm here to stay." You know what I'm saying? So, and that tells me that I think he's willing to do that. He's at that stage in his career and he sees what's happening here. I don't think he wants to leave.
Yeah.
He's not going to be, he wants to be impactful with this team. He helped bring Brisker and all these other guys along. He's the constant voice, the veteran on the locker room on defense. You need guys like that.
Yeah.
He's part of the culture that they built. He's
Yeah.
part of that message that Eberflus has been preaching all season that kept this locker room together.
Yeah.
You don't get rid of a glue guy.
Yeah, that's why I be trying to tell some of these Bears fans, man.
As much. I think if we do bring in a rookie, I think he's a starter, but his minutes and his playing time will diminish. So I do see that that Eddie Jackson will take a significant pay cut because I think he's made all the money he's going to make as far as contract.
Yeah.
So I think they water down his contract essentially. They break down, his guaranteed money. I don't think he has any more guaranteed money left over for the most part, but he has a big dead cap hit. So I think what they do is they restructure it so it's pushed back. He'll make less money this year and the year after, and then he'll make his money in his last year, and then we can release him then.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind seeing him come back for the mentor purposes, man. Because they said in the exit meetings he was huge for Brisker, huge. So I wouldn't mind.
Y'all going about that. Y'all kind of swayed my mind with it because I won't lie to y'all. I was kind of on the opposite side. Like, man, it's time for him to go, man. Brisker and Jalen Johnson, they signed back. They the veterans now, but that y'all make good points. I wouldn't mind bringing him back for that mental purpose.
Yeah, just for that purpose right there. That's it.
Maybe he make a play or two every now and then, and you got a rookie. And I wouldn't mind
that. Starter in name only.
Yeah.
We've seen that happen before with a lot of players. Like with the situation with the Ravens when they had T Sizzle. I forgot the guy that was ahead of him. T Sizzle was, his rookie season was coming on real strong, but they had that nice veteran in front of him, and they slowly but surely weaned that veteran off. You know what I'm saying? Those the first 2 years, like after Suggs got there, and then Suggs became the guy. So like we can see that, just when we can have a succession plan for every position. Right. You know what I'm saying? So and I don't want to throw a rookie safety out there without having some kind of veteran presence. Have him learn under Eddie. Because Eddie still ain't, he ain't lost it up here. He's just losing some of the physical abilities. Yeah. But here, he still got it here. He's smarter than any other player out there. He just physically can't get there anymore like he used to.
Right.
Yeah. He's got the instincts. But you want somebody there that can teach that, who can teach the verbiage and relate to that younger guy. So you want him there. And yes, he's definitely worth about $6 million. Yeah, he'll get about, he can get $6 million anywhere. I mean, he could probably get $8 million on another team right now easily because of the fact that he's a veteran. He's still got the juice. He just needs to stay healthy. That's it. Injury concerns is his only issue. He can't stay healthy. But having, drafting a new safety to replace him is what we need to do.
Yeah, for sure.
It needs to happen now sooner than later. So yeah. But he most definitely has value on this team, in my opinion. Now, free agency guys, I feel are a good impact for us. I'm gonna go ahead and like I said, Saquon Barkley, and on the defensive side, Josh Allen. If they don't franchise tag him, I pray that they're stupid enough not to. I want the Bears throwing all kinds of silly money at him. I'm talking like I'm talking like Montez Sweat money. Like he walk into that building, barricade the damn doors, pop the hole in his damn tire. He don't leave the facility until he signed that contract. Like if he happens to hit the free agency market, he needs to be going to Chicago immediately. On the phone, Poles, you need to be on the phone right then and there. Private jet, be at his crib. Helicopter, whatever you gotta do, Jerry Jones, that shit. Like get out there and get him. Like, because difference maker immediately. Like that line is set.
Oh, them edges will be sealed.
Like you screwed, because then because right there off our lineup, your starting lineup is Sweat, Walker, Billings, and then Allen. It's a wrap. Like you're not running on us, and you definitely ain't gonna be able to pass. Unless you're throwing screen passes all day. That's all you can do. Like you ain't gonna be sitting back there trying to throw bombs on us. If that's our line.
Yeah, man. This Bear team is set up nice. It's gonna be set up nicely, man. It just gotta all come together.
Yeah.
Just gotta all come together. The coaching, man. The development.
And that's one of the reasons why I'm mad with the pick. Because I feel like we right there. I feel like
snaps. Hold on. We got some new developments going on here. We might have to switch gears real quick. Let's go do this. Let's get into this. The Lakers are looking to trade LeBron James.
No way.
I would love this just so I could laugh at every Bulls fan if LeBron end up, and Dre, I'm talking to you. If LeBron end up on Chicago,
oh man, bro,
I'm laughing at all y'all.
Man,
I want to be up. Now look. I am not the biggest LeBron James fan. It's documented. You know my Facebook page and a lot of the groups I'm in. I am not the biggest LeBron fan. However, the man is on my Rushmore of 1 and 2. That's it. There's only 2 players on this planet that I've ever had the pleasure of watching to play. And he is literally one of the greatest athletes I've ever watched play this game. But he's just not the GOAT to me. He's number 2.
He's not.
He's number 2. But it's MJ and then LeBron James and everybody else. That's it. That's how I see it. If we got LeBron James, I'm buying a jersey.
Love it.
I'm buying a jersey that day. I'm buying a jersey that day. That is how much I respect that man. I'm not
I
buying.
would love it.
I'm not
I
Lakers
would
jersey.
love
I
it.
don't know if I'm gonna buy a jersey, but I'll check them out though. Oh,
No. I'm buying a jersey. I am buying a LeBron James jersey. That's history. That's history. He's still literally the greatest player of this generation. Period. Like that his longevity alone makes him really
he loves
greatest.
Jordan so damn much.
He's one of the greatest because of his longevity. Now, I do not care who we have to trade to get him, because he'll make what we have left on the Bulls that much better. Still, we'll be a playoff team. We're in the playoffs because LeBron James gonna facilitate a trade where he's still gonna get his. We already know this. He a GM on his own. He gonna make sure that he gonna make sure.
But do he
will
want?
fleece his own team that he's getting traded from to make sure the team he's getting traded to be a playoff team compared to where he's going leaving. I can promise you that.
Yeah.
So it's LeBron James.
I was about to ask, would he even go to Chicago under Jordan's legacy? But I was thinking he went to LA under Kobe's legacy, so it's no different from there.
I think earlier on he would have went to Chicago, but I think the fact that he said South Beach, he made the decision to go with Dwayne Wade.
They were supposed to come here. They
were going to go. They were going to go to Chicago. They were actually the plan was for them initially when they all talked about it. Their initial plans, they thought they were all going to Cleveland. However, it was the fact that the Bulls weren't willing to give up the fact that the Bulls weren't willing to get the trade away Joakim Noah is the reason why LeBron did not choose Chicago. He was willing to.
I love Joakim. I would have booked him.
The thing is, they would have won more with keeping Noah, because Chris Bosh wouldn't have to play center, and he would have lasted longer because Chris Bosh could have played his natural position.
But then we still talking about D Rose in the mix too, right?
Yeah, D Rose would have still.
They getting at least one. I'll trade that for a ring.
Yeah, I get what you're saying though, but if I was a GM, I would have traded Noah. I would have done that.
Oh yeah, I definitely would.
I would have done it. Oh, yeah. But I wouldn't. The only way I'm doing it is if LeBron and all those guys were to sign right then and there, though. Like if I would have had a guarantee that they would sign right in there, it would have been a done deal.
If this is
they
true,
didn't get that guarantee, so why should Chicago trade somebody if that's not a guarantee?
I'm saying if this is true, that means LeBron is telling them, listen, send me to Chicago. This is him telling them where he wants to go.
Bro, just trolling, right?
I hope so. I hope not, because this will be good for me, man.
Man, he trolling. If I start getting calls, then I know he is for real. He trolling. No way.
Can you imagine?
Man, I'll lose.
Oh no! I mean, man, look, if this is trolling, this is the best troll job on the planet.
No, for real.
But for real, if honestly, because after hearing that the Bulls aren't expecting to make any trades, it really broke my heart. I knew it was coming. It's like one of those things it's still gonna happen, but it still hurts when it does, because I go just as hard for my Bulls like I do my Bears. I am a diehard faithful. Win, lose, or draw, I am going to root for the Bulls no matter what. Just like with my White Sox, they can be terrible for the next 50 years.
You, bro.
I do not care how bad they are. They are going to be my team. I'm still going to be wearing the Sox jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That AK and these guys, they got to do something, man.
That's what we was talking about.
I take your word for it. You're not trolling. I take your word for it because, I said, that's a very credible source. You said that was David Penalore. Oh yeah, that's a credible source though out there in LA, man.
No way, man.
He's pretty well connected out there, man. If that's per him out there, and when there's smoke, there's fire, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? LeBron don't let stuff like that leak out. People in his camp ain't gonna let something leak out like that.
In Chicago would be nuts, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a laugh for a couple of days.
I mean, I don't think it's a laughing matter because that means
no. As far as the Bulls fans that hate LeBron because they don't want to be compared to Jordan. Oh man, having to root for this man.
He was always going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
That's why people don't understand that though.
Like, he's always going to be compared to Jordan. Like, Jordan was always compared to Magic and Bird.
Yeah.
He was always compared to Dr. J when he
I
came
just
into
don't
the
like
league.
the excuses LeBron did. That's my only problem.
I mean, that's true, but the thing is, LeBron is always going to be compared to Jordan because Jordan is literally the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Compare him to Jordan.
Yeah, the greatest. Yeah,
the greatest. Like, literally. I mean, R. Kelly made a song about him and Ali. Come on, man. Seriously, like, come on, man. Man made a song. you got what's the Seal made a song for the man too. Like, come on, man. Fly like an eagle. Like, bro, like, dedicating songs to him and shit.
But to your point, Dre, what we talk about Monday, see, this is the Bulls hovering around that play-in shit.
Yep.
And the play-in for me, I like the play-in, but it's nothing but keeping team like for instance, you see when Dallas last year, they didn't want to be on the play-in. So what they did, they set Luka, they set Kyrie, and they lost on purpose to get that lottery.
Yep.
Because they don't want to stay with mediocrity. That's what the play-in
is. That's what good organizations do. But the Bulls, I love the Bulls enough. They want to sell seats, bro. They want to be good enough to be like, look, we made the play-in and we still got a chance and we're right here. And no, that's not good enough. We
damn
root for the Bulls.
If you're gonna be in the play, I want to be the 4th seed. Like, can we do what the Knicks are doing? And I hate to say that, the Knicks.
Yeah.
Damn Knicks. The Knicks.
That's why I was saying Monday. The play-in for me is mediocrity.
It's mediocrity. We shouldn't be wanting to go for the play. We should be wanting to be.
We shouldn't be in a play-in conversation. We should be top 4.
Even with this
top 4 team.
I agree.
I'm not even talking about just in the East. We should be a top 4 team, period.
Well, the play-in ain't
all
good
that
enough.
Chemistry,
you get in there and
all
you get smoked.
You know, we bring all these guys together. There should be no excuses. There should be no holes anymore. We should have this down packed by now.
Exactly.
Like, we should be a top 4 seed team, a top team, like top 2. We should be
what the Heat did.
We should be doing what the Pacers are doing at least minimum.
But Leroy, right? You a White Sox fan too, right?
Yeah.
Look at the owner. They do the same thing.
It's the same owner.
The Bulls, exactly. The Bulls and the White Sox literally they do the same thing, bro. And then wonder why we like mediocre every year.
Yeah, man. It's like it feels like we sold our soul to get, with Jordan to get that. And then, saying we went through that. We're going through that stretch now with the Blackhawks, too. And it's like, that's neither here nor there. That's a whole nother conversation with that. I'm blessed that we found our new, version of D Rose MJ, and Connor Bedard, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But but it's like
they want to sell seats, man.
Yeah, it feels like, and it's like it's disappointing. And you could see that Levine's disappointed about it too, because he knows what's going on behind doors. He want to win. You know what I'm saying? They all want to win, but you know what I'm saying? You got guys who got their money, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? Levine, he got his money, but he want to win.
Yes,
he don't want to. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to be mean and be like, get this dude out of here. Get us a coach that's trying to win. Y'all just trying to have us competitive. I'm done being competitive. I want a championship. I want to be a 3 seed. I want to be the 2 seed, getting into the playoffs and busting my ass. You know what I'm saying? We can keep going. You know what I'm saying?
What else? How hard to be beaten fast with playoff time because we gotta do a play in. We want to be already in there.
Exactly.
And then you gotta understand too, the NBA is much better when the Bulls are
good
top team.
That is facts.
Certain teams like the Bulls, the Knicks, teams like that. When they're up top, because y'all remember when
Lakers.
Jordan and Ewing, it was amazing, man.
Yep.
The NBA is much better when the Bulls are officially a nice team. Like when D Rose came in, it was fun, man.
NBA ratings were through the roof.
Yeah,
even though LeBron was, he's the top go getter, but you know what I'm saying, that Chicago market, you know what I'm saying, you get more goals games, you get more marquee games like that, more teams that wealth gets spread around real quick. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't been the same. Like it's good, but you know what I'm saying, but the narratives are again kind of dull and washed out. So that's what it is. You got to have certain teams. You need certain teams to keep it going. Like you see that with you see that more in football. You know, like everybody was like sick of the Patriots and this team being good and this team, but you watch because you wanted to see them fall. Watch because you wanted to see them fall.
True.
like the Chiefs right now.
Us Bears fans, we're sick of seeing the Packers being good. However, people tuned in to watch the Packers because they wanted to see the Bears or that underdogs Lion team beat them, take them out. You know what I'm saying? There are talking points. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you, if the Bears are good, I can promise you, the media, as much as they hating on us, they want us to be good.
Yeah.
Because if the Bears are good, the media will have so much to use. There'd be so much stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
they won't
remember 2018. That shit was.
Y'all can just say, think about that, man.
Quarterback. I mean, Trubisky wasn't even that good. Can you imagine if our offense is actually good? What this is going to do for? Look, ESPN gonna probably rule. They will rule sports. They will rule everything. Like, you think they ratings are bad now? Like, they ratings are going through the roof if the Bears are good. I can promise you, the ratings. Everybody, y'all hate Stephen A. now. Like, wait to see what happens when the Bears get good. watch how much they talk about him. Watch how much they have them talking about the Bears in.
So they talk about us now, and we 7-10. They still be talking.
Yeah,
it's always man.
And they talking about us negatively, but I guarantee you, if these two teams get their shit together, there's no telling, there's no stopping. Like, we will literally conquer the sports media waves.
Yeah.
And there'll be no limit to what we can have to talk about every Thursday. I can promise you that. So, with that said, but man, that's a bombshell thing to drop though about LeBron James, man. LeBron James in Chicago.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that, man.
Man,
man,
that will definitely change. LeBron coming to Chicago will definitely change his trajectory.
Oh my God!
No, bro.
I can promise, but the thing is that he will be absolutely feared in the East.
Oh yeah,
the East will literally shit themselves if he comes over. And it don't matter what team he goes to. That team was you can shoot them. They are locked to get to the Eastern Conference Finals with LeBron James. And I'm not saying it just that's just facts. LeBron is that good.
Yeah.
Because he will galvanize any player on that roster. He will get those guys to play harder. And he's literally the de facto coach. Like, you can eliminate whoever the coach is. Like, whoever the coach is, they ain't the coach no more. It's LeBron. LeBron's the coach. Like, it's LeBron's show. LeBron gonna look at that guy and be like, no, we run a practice like this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna set plays up like this. That's what's gonna happen. He's gonna bring his boys over, and he's gonna facilitate the trade. And AK and whoever decides to trade for him and whoever gets him, they go into Eastern Conference Final minimum.
No, facts.
If that's true, if this is true, that the Lakers and the Bulls are in trade talks, that will give me some hope.
Whew. That would be something. Oh, that would be something.
Like, if they, I can see the Bulls trading Levine, Patrick, and Ayo and 2 first-round picks. I can see us giving that
actually, up. I'm surprised Levine is still on the team. Actually, I'm surprised.
But the thing is, Levine's younger, and maybe the Bulls are saying, "Give us a superstar."
Now, the reason why I say that is because it was friction going towards last year. I guess they figured they'd try to work on it. The shit ain't working. So I'm surprised he's still on the team, man. I'm honestly surprised.
I'm not surprised he's still on the team. I'm more surprised that they sticking with the head coach. That's my thing.
Yeah.
You had a chance to get Doc Rivers.
Look,
he's better than what we got.
Yeah, but Doc Rivers is still riding that damn Celtics wave and shit, man.
Hey, you can knock what he does in the playoffs, but at least he gets there. At least
Yeah,
it gets his
true,
team to
true,
the playoffs.
true.
You know what I'm saying?
I've never seen someone
I'd
ride.
rather have a coach that gets to the playoffs than one that doesn't.
This dude
I mean,
literally.
Boonhoser. Boonhoser is another coach from the Bucks. You know, why didn't we get rid of him? We could have got Nick Nurse.
Yeah, that's who I like. I like him.
We had so many opportunities to get those premium coaches, and we did nothing. We stuck with this bum.
And what's the coach down? What's the one that that Steve O'Neal long? He's gonna have Houston right in a couple of years.
Oh yeah, he is. He got him playing. He got him playing hard too.
Yes.
He do. They got young, nice.
That could have been us. Don't make me cry.
they
I want us to fire. I want us to fire Donovan the moment that the Celtics got rid of dude when they suspended him. I was like, man, we need to fire Donovan right now. Let's get dude.
He's a good coach, man.
They want to get these bum coaches chances.
Stupid, man.
I don't know.
Like you said, they're not trying to win. They wanted. They go cheat. He cheat.
Yeah, because they know Bulls fans gonna come through.
If he opened up his pocketbooks like he did with Phil, if he did what he did with Phil Jackson, open up that pocketbook, he'd have another 6 rings right now. Minimum 4.
But he cheat.
Yep. Cheat.
He blow up every championship team he's had after a while. He'll blow it up.
Yeah. Hey, man.
I can guarantee he'll get seats. He'll get people in the seats if he get LeBron James. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Bull fans gonna be so conflicted.
Yeah, they might boo him the first game for real.
They're gonna be so conflicted.
They might boo him.
Yeah, so that came from a post in the Bulls group. So I'm checking too, and it's some of these Laker groups too. It's in the same post. It's in the couple.
That means LeBron reached out and said, "Yo, this is where I want to go."
It's really circulating, huh?
Oh man, I hope that I hope for me to laugh. I hope this happens.
Man,
no way.
Hey, look, we're like I said before, where there's smoke, there's fire, man.
Yes, sir.
LeBron is a very shrewd operator. He's a very shrewd operator. The man is he's a genius, brilliant. He's a brilliant businessman above anything else, and he'll make one hell of a GM when his time is up as a player. I can promise you that. So, if this happens, I'm all for it. Because at the end of the day, just like with my Bears, I just want to win. I do not care who is on the roster. I root for the logo. I root for the logo, not the player. I don't care who is under center. I do not care who has the ball in their hand, who is on that court and whatnot.
Just win.
Yes. Al Davis style. Just win, baby.
Win.
You want the dub.
You know what I'm saying? I want this. You know what I'm saying? I want my Bulls. I want my Bears. I want Chicago sports to be number one again, man. We was jumping in the early 2000s, bro. Bulls is in the playoffs, Eastern Conference Finals. Blackhawks winning chips. Both the Cubs were starting to get decent. They ring. The White Sox, was doing their thing early on, and they was, competitive for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And then the Bears were okay. They got to a Super Bowl. Yeah. And then they got to the champion. They got to the NFC Championship 4 years later.
Look at it like this, man. It could be worse. Could be the Detroit market.
Right.
Right now, I'll trade with what they did this year as opposed to what we did on football. Shit, I'll do that right now.
You'll trade off the rest of the sports for
man.
For that football, for what they did to get, have a shot at getting to a Super Bowl. Oh, best believe Justin Fields and them in that situation. San Francisco going home.
Oh yeah.
San Francisco going home because I've seen what Fields does in championship games. That he a different animal. I could promise you, Chase Young and them, they not stopping Justin Fields.
They'd have been chasing his ass all game.
Oh yeah, all game.
Dude, I guarantee he would have done to them what he did to the Lions in Miami. He would have ran all over. He would have been running all over there. He would have had 300 yards rushing. He would have done everything necessary. The man probably would have had like 50 yards passing.
And to be honest, for whatever weird reason, I feel like we definitely play the 49ers better than anybody else in the division.
Yeah.
Whenever we play them,
yes, we have.
Last couple of years, we be neck and neck with them boys. Like
we 1-1 against them.
Yeah. You know,
And Bosa's
Packers
already
can't beat
said,
him
like
for shit.
Bosa's already said that he wished that the Niners had drafted him because he didn't want to play against him. He
That'd
already
be a
said
different animal.
he said he had him as a teammate. He said I had him as a teammate, chase him in practice. You really think I want to play against that every year?
So
Every
that
4
goes
years?
to tell you these players know coaching matters in the NFL.
But my thing is,
they've been
you don't
saying
vote a
it, too.
guy. You don't vote a guy after his first 4 years as a starter as a top 100 player, number 86, over another guy who's the number 1 overall pick if he wasn't talented.
Oh,
If he wasn't that
was
good. If he
excuses
wasn't
about
elite.
that. People made excuses about that. Like, that stuff matters. What the players say, that means more than anything to me. Because
Current players.
you out
Not
there
so much,
with them.
not so much former players.
Yeah, I don't care what
Current players.
No, I'm talking
The
about
ones who are
current
actually
players.
catching them bullets, the ones who are actually out there right now,
The ones
not
that's playing
watching
with
from
them
the
right
couch
now.
like we are.
Exactly.
The
Yeah,
ones
just
that's
because you're a
playing with
former
them
player
right
doesn't
now.
mean you're out there dealing with what Justin Fields is doing. You're not physically seeing it from that perspective.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't out there trying to chase Justin Fields. They're not out there trying to game plan against him right now. You know, they're just seeing it like we are. They're watching the tape in the all 22s and seeing stuff after the fact.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
This is why
they're
it's hard
not
to
actually
get
out
deep
there.
into that conversation with people.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man.
don't get me wrong. I respect what former players say and I respect their opinions, but I'm not listening to them when it comes to them saying who to pick for this draft and whatnot.
Not at all.
They're not in the
Not
locker
at
room.
all.
They're not in the locker room right now. They're not on the field, and they damn sure not playing against them. Because I guarantee it'd be a different story if they was out there trying to tackle him and they looking they on sports and being a top play,
you got some of the better coordinators. Like, I look at what Jim Schwartz said right before we played Cleveland, and if you look at some of the things he said, it's like every defensive coordinator that's playing against him, they all got high praise to say about him. They all talk about his special abilities to make plays, and I just don't understand the 50-50 split. It's like this damn topic got the fan base too.
And the thing is, like, people hang on to what people were saying. They hang on the negative side of what people were saying these players are saying. Jair Alexander, yes, they were all talking trash about him, about the Bears in general. However, when they were saying make him play quarterback, it wasn't so much the discredit Fields. It's the fact that the system won't allows him to keeps him in the pocket, makes their job easier, because then all they got to do is defend the receivers. And they already know DJ is the only guy to worry about. That's what they were saying, because they said you only got to worry about DJ and Cole Kmet, 2 players. The other guys they ain't got to worry about, and that's how much they were disrespecting the receiving core.
Well, that's a dumb term anyway, make him play quarterback, because that's what the whole point is keeping the quarterback in the pocket and collapsing the pocket. That's for any quarterback that you ever going to play.
And they tried to defer, because remember, they tried to do that the first time. The first time around they played, and we should have beat them. With a couple boneheaded penalties that took a bunch of run plays and 2 touchdowns away, cost us that game.
Remember what they said too when the pod was, I forgot the podcast. I shared it on Facebook like 2 weeks ago. They said we hate playing against Fields, but we love playing against the scheme.
These are players.
Yes.
Like, these are NFL players, like good ones. Like, they telling you.
Yo, I never heard that before.
Levante Davis said, like, I was so thankful that they kept throwing screens and they was telegraphing that, I was so thankful that they was making it easier on us, because we didn't want to have to guard Fields trying to have him run. Because I knew I couldn't stop. And
I've never heard nothing like that before.
He said,
I mean, never, bro.
Stop him if he
I've
ran.
never heard active players in the league say, I love playing against this scheme. I never heard that.
Telling you that. They literally telling you that.
They ain't saying it about Shane Walden.
Coaching matters, man.
It matters.
I can promise you they weren't saying it about Shane Walden's scheme.
They not, because this is the thing. People want to see consistency in the quarterback play, right?
Yeah, true.
Without holding the coaching accountable. If you want consistent play, you got to have consistent coaching.
Well,
I mean, it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, like you just said, you can't say, "Oh, Getsy is trash." Then completely, Getsy directly affects Fields.
Yeah.
So if Getsy is trash, he's hurting Fields' development in the process.
And that's all I need to know.
Yeah.
And that's why he out of here.
There's a reason why the guys who got let go were let go. There's a reason.
Honestly,
there's a reason.
Yep.
Like, there's a reason why, Eberflus was kept and all these other guys were kept. It wasn't that the organization was being cheap and whatnot. Because if they were being cheap, they don't get Shane Walden. in the coaching staff they got right now.
Yeah.
It had something to do with the fact that Getsy dropped the ball on his development.
Oh man.
Period. Like I could have lived with us losing the games if you saw the development with Fields, but you did not see that. It wasn't consistent. The only time you saw anything great out of Fields is when he had to go play hero ball on his own when he went off script of what Getsy wanted him to do.
Despite of him.
Yes.
There you go.
Not in spite. Like it's different.
Yeah. Like
there you go. And that's why I say I think the Bears are set up good either way, man. Because even like I said before, even if they build around Fields, the offense is going to be much better. And you said it last week. Even if they draft Khalil Williams, the offense is going to be much better.
Yeah.
No matter who's behind center, the offense is going to be much better because Getsy is not there. They finally have coaching that's geared towards developing, man. So kudos to
we're gonna let y'all. Yeah, we're gonna let y'all. Yeah, sorry, man. We gonna you know what I'm saying? We got plenty of stuff. We can keep going on for hours with this, bro. You know what I'm saying? But thank you all guys for the the likes. Please like and subscribe. Please tune in again next Thursday night, 8 p.m. The Chicago Sports Podcast. I'm your boy, Leroy Pinky, the Phenom, Pinkston the Third, my boy Q, the Grip Drag, you know what I'm saying, filling in. Please check these guys out. My guy Q and my guy Grip. Check these boys out Monday at what time is that again, guys? 7
Eastern. Yep. Yeah, that's
7 p.m., my boys. Please tune in, check out the Bulls podcast with these guys. And as always, love, good vibes. You know what I'm saying? Chicago up, bear down. Y'all have a nice one, guys.
Yes, sir.
Have a nice one. Bear down, y'all.
Bear down.